Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. This one's gonna be kind of small, just because this just kind of broke just now, and I'm just kind of curious to talk about it. We kind of touched on it before, but now with this story that came out, I just kind of want to kind of dedicate a video to it. Um, and that's a lot to do with the authenticity with film criticism. Um, now, um, there's a film that came out a couple years ago called Ophelia, which starred Daisy Ridley. I never saw it. I heard it was fine, from what I can tell. Anyway, it was okay. Um, and I mean, I like Shakespeare. I mean, I actually have some of Shakespeare's books, Macbeth, among I think I like have another book of his or something like that. Um, but I never saw Ophelia. But what's fascinating about the film is about the um, the reception of it, because according to a couple of reports that are coming out right now, the PR firm for Ophelia, people who are promoting the film, um, reportedly paid reviewers to help boost the score on Rotten Tomatoes, Bunker 15 to be exact. Um, and uh, the score was originally at like something like 40%, but because of those reviews, it got pushed to like 62%. So, um, and apparently a reviewer exposed this and was quoted saying that it would benefit from more input from different critics, with some of them allegedly getting paid. So, and just reading a little bit more. Bunker 15 went to extreme. This is from Screen Rant. I don't know how authentic Screen Rant is, um, but I'm here. I'm seeing this from other outlets as well. So I'm going to presume, and apparently Rotten Tomatoes had confirmed it, so apparently it's legit. But Bunker 15 went to extreme lengths to catapult Ophelia to a fresh tomato score. Which, by the way, for the record, I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I don't ever, like, I don't do that sort of shit. It's like I guess for audience members who are just simple minded and can't form their own opinion, I guess. But it's like I don't care about other people's thoughts on a film. I don't. Um, but just for the topic at hand, though, I just feel the need to outline what we're talking about. Um, so Bunker 15 went to extreme lengths to catapult Ophelia to a fresh tomato score. When one reviewer gave the film a negative review, Bunker 15 supposedly advocated for the reviewer to, quote, give it a barely overall positive review, as a Bunker 15 representative allegedly claimed that they knew the editors at Rotten Tomatoes and can get it switched. The positive reviews then paid off for Ophelia as the film gained a U.S. distributor in IFC Films. Um, so not only did the reviews allegedly twist the overall reception of Ophelia, but also potentially gave them distribution here in the U.S. So, um, and Bunker 15's the website, Rotten Tomatoes apparently responded to it saying that we take the integrity of our scores seriously and do not tolerate any attempts to manipulate them. We have a dedicated team who monitors our platforms regularly and thoroughly investigates and resolves any suspicious activity. But they're not saying. But if those reviews were paid off, then you guys should be removing them from your website. So you're not saying that you're gonna take them down. It's just saying that we take it seriously. I don't see. That's what I mean, guys. Where I just like I've mentioned like with this before, but it's like some film critics are just freaking shills. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of them are just shills, and you can tell. You know, especially those who like just promote certain kinds of films. You know, they're not. They don't even have to be necessarily paid. Because supposedly these guys got paid like just whatever, like $50 or something like that. Um, but anybody who attends like these fancy schmancy premieres or or doing these interviews and all that sort of stuff, don't trust their opinion. I mean, really, just don't, because their opinion is completely filtered, and they don't have good optics as to what they're watching. They're considering the fact that they just talked to Daisy Ridley or talked to freaking Daniel Craig or whatever like that. They just, Harrison Ford, some big names. They're all caught up in that sort of crap. So they're just like thinking about what they can get out of it versus, being authentic and just, having an honest opinion. Which takes away the credibility of a film critic, in my opinion, when you're having to sponsor movies or do all that sort of crap. It's like, I don't really care. That's why I tune in for people like, Mark Hamad kind of does this. I mean, he does do interviews and stuff like that. So it's like sometimes his opinions are just not always 100% in my opinion, but most times he seems fairly authentic. Like he doesn't, he's not bullshitting when he gives his opinion. Excuse me, I have something in my eye, so excuse me if my eye is like getting all red. But like the idea of a sellout also, like for me, it goes further than just payment. Like it's about promotion. Like there's people out there who just talk about certain things, and then it's like, is it no shock that they also get these interviews of like people within that certain sphere, and then they talk positively about such stuff because they hope to gain more access to that industry. So it's all, like a, it's just a, it's just, it's kind of like a horror like situation. Like it's just there to profit. Like they're there to gain stuff. They're not there to just be honest, So, and Rotten Tomatoes, I have not given a shit about them for a long time. Like even like I like the scores that they give out, it's just like it's not even that understanding. Like they comb through like 200 plus reviews, and then they have to like give not only a score that's representative of everybody, but then they also have to like put out a description that matches. It's like, how can you do that with like thousands of reviews? Like that's kind of making it like you're kind of making it super artificial. Like that's, it's not subjective at that point, when it's making it so, unanimous in terms of its design, but yeah. So, I think Rotten Tomatoes knew about it, honestly. And they probably just didn't care about it until someone brought it up. Because if they did care about it, they would have dealt with that a long time ago. But since they got caught, and because this article's out, now they have to deal with it, So, because I think that they're full of shit. but, that's this is just to illustrate that there are people out there who do get paid for this sort of stuff, and film companies, by the way, because remember the whole point of doing this for Ophelia was to gain distribution. That was the whole point of them getting those positive reviews out there. It was not because that they obviously they also probably like the company themselves, like whoever production wise made the movie, they probably were like helping out in that department, saying that we want more positive reviews because we want our work to be representative the way we think it is, not necessarily just by opinion, you know, which is narcissistic at that point, but whatever. But they were really like, we need to gain again, just like the shills that are the film critics. These guys are doing the same shit. It's like, we need access to the industry. So what do we got to do? We have to somehow, like, we have to find some, like, dirty tactic to in order to get in, you know? So for the film critics, it's just to be bullshitters. And then for these PR companies, it's just to, you know, to pick out these lower class, these nobodies, and just say, hey, you want to do this? And just, it's up to them whether or not they want to be the sheep, you know? And most times they want to be the sheep because they want to access that industry and more of their voice to be heard, you know? So it's just, you know, it's just a showcase of just freaking shills and just people who just don't have integrity or, you know, like, honesty. You know, it's just, yeah, it's pretty, you know, it's, I've known that for a long time, but it's like, you know, to have it, you know, now actually out there that, yeah, you know, people are paid off and, you know, they, you know, this and that, you know, it's like, you know, it's pretty, it's good. It's good to have these things out there because we don't need, you know, we don't need people, you know, like, doing these types of manipulative tactics, you know, and going to, like, these lengths to gain stuff that they haven't earned, you know. So, but, you know, so, but yeah. So those are my thoughts on that. I thought it was interesting reading it. I was just laughing at it just because, like, yeah, I've known that for a long, long time. But yeah, so those are my thoughts, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And you guys let me know. I mean, is it telling for you, or have you been in my boat where you just kind of known this stuff for a while? You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.